I think the biggest question people have asked me and I've like asked myself is like, how do I make this authentic?
Baby, I know that you've been through some shit around your side of town. Yeah.
Jarrell Llanos, also known as Pr0
Pr0 social.
has been working on his upcoming album, In Due Time. Hey guys, I'm Owen Shannon. Myself and Max Cambria.
Max, go behind the wall for a moment.
Have endeavored to show and promote the many faces of the Buffalo music scene. In our sit down with Pr0, we talked about the album making process, his musical background and influences, and how to develop your own authentic sound.
Your image is either something that people say that you are, or it's something you like create from the inside. I think that people say my image is more like the intellectual rap, more of like kind of like the chiller, laid back hip hop. Even though this is like my third project now, it feels like my first project, because this is the first project that I've worked on where like I wasn't rushed, I wasn't like, you know, forced to be put in a box or, you know, cater to a certain style. This is like the first album where, you know, I feel like this is like the style that I would want to do for the longevity of my career. A lot of the rap in Buffalo is more of like, you know, the gangster rap. Like
there are some heavy gangster rap influences in Buffalo for sure.
The underground scene is definitely a little heavier than like what my style is. This is the first album that I totally haven't thought about what other people are going to think. I think this is like the first time where I'm like writing about stuff that I want to write about. And that made the process a lot easier and made it a lot quicker. In terms of like a story and kind of like a theme of the album, personally, I think that comes afterwards. I think there's a lot of cases where artists do like, okay, I want to write an album solely on this, and then, you know, they do that. For me, the theme is usually come after I have like the songs. I'm like, okay, I have all this music, how does it fit together?
He realizes you need more than music and ambition to make it in a city like Buffalo.
A lot of people want to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
And so they want to like, you know, go to the studio and like throw a party,
and like have like 10
drink
blunts,
and smoke and shit. You know, which is fine.
Yeah.
But in terms of like wanting to like get your name out there has to be like a level of like seriousness, a level of like professionalism when you go into the studio. If you don't have like the energy to record or like the mindset to record, then it's not gonna be a good session, and then you're just wasting money. In terms of like this album, afterwards I'm gonna really work on like social media. I have a few like music video visuals coming out. I think I'm gonna do like a little bit more promoted. Sometimes like as an artist, you don't know if you're promoting too much or if you're not.
Yeah,
promoting
you don't want to
enough.
seem like a spam bot or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's not gonna bring people in either. The music kind of just has to speak for itself. Personally, I like performing my own stuff better than I like recording it, because I don't know, it's just something different when like people are singing your words back to you and like people are like jumping around and you feel like the energy. It kind of gives you that reassurance of like, okay, like even though these songs aren't out yet, like I feel like people are gonna like them, because I'm a singer. Like back in college I was in an a cappella group.
Okay.
Like, we would go school to school and like sing for people.
Pr0 has been developing his sound since he self-taught himself guitar, piano, and drums. He's also been influenced by other artists.
I think it was like around middle school. I started listening to like Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Clips. I was a big fan of Clips, Outkast. And then I started like deep diving into rap and R&B. And then from there, I just started like, I think I grew my love of music from listening to music. And that's when like I like kind of self-taught myself guitar, I self-taught myself piano. I do like drums a little bit. So it all came from like listening to music.
Pro-Social's years of musical experience, as well as this album making process, has given him the credibility to answer this question. Any questions that you've had throughout your process that you found the answer to that like you could help someone else out right now? Kind of vague, but
yeah. I think the biggest question people have asked me and I've like asked myself is like, how do I make this authentic? How do I make this something that people can like listen to and relate to every day? And it kind of goes, it's kind of like a two-handed thing. Like the lyrics have to draw people in, but also the music itself, almost more importantly, has to draw people in. Because if people don't like how it sounds, or if people don't like how my voice sounds, it doesn't matter what I'm saying, like, they're not gonna listen to it. And so this album, I really try to put hand in hand like what the sound is and if it sounds good, as opposed to like the lyrics. I try to put both of them hand in hand, and I think, you know, I've shown a lot of people the album. I've played it like hundreds and hundreds of times, and I think from what I've seen, people can like listen to it casually, and people can kind of deep dive into it and get something out of it.
Don't overthink about it. Yeah, I know that you've been through some shit around your side of town. Yeah, so don't mind me if I climb that wall you built from on the ground. No, baby, you got the loud and about to roll. Spend your time with goes and goes, but with me.